Yeah.
All right, and we're back for part two on the unspoken things that you don't say, procedures, hidden procedures in your practice that are absolutely blowing the clothes. So we just had a great time just before talking about the top three unspoken practice killers. We're going to go over a couple of really cool ones with you on a recorded that we can get a little bit more detail about it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of it. Remember, all these things you want to put into action. So don't treat this as like Cairo porn, guys, okay? Or girls. I know you guys are girls. You guys are both into it. What you want to do is use this stuff and then be able to put it into practice. And that's the whole purpose of this. What we don't want is for you guys to just kick back and enjoy, watch one knucklehead, okay? Talk about stuff and then just be like, all right, that was cool. Next. No, put
Yeah.
stuff into place. This stuff is so easy too. We're not asking you to change who you are. We're talking about like declutter your office. Actually, that is difficult for a lot of people. I want to make that
Some people
clear.
do hold on to their clutter. Yeah,
Yeah.
but most of it's not hard, and that's the thing. We put these out there so that you guys can do. We number them
Yes.
one through five, 1 through 6, straightforward. We're trying to spoon feed it to you one thing at a time so you can get it, take it in, and then go back and implement because that's the only thing that's going to make change. So you want to talk
Totally.
about your close rate? Yeah, these are some simple things that you can do. Not changing a bunch, just these procedures. So
Simple.
get on it.
All right,
Yep.
so let's first talk about when to accept our new patients. Okay, I did undergrad in at Boston University, and I was stuck in the house, which is a house that was reserved for students that were learning to be in the hospitality field, like hotel and restaurant management and whatever. So
Yep.
we took a trip to Puerto Rico, and we met the person who owned the El Conquistador hotel, restaurant, and casino. And he gave us a tour and stuff. And I remember him always saying this. He's like, in the casino, we always put the $1, $5 tables on the end. What? Why? It's like, because people attract people. So if you see a lot of people in or around a casino, it makes people want them to outside go in. Jen, if you ever
Yep.
want it in a restaurant, you walk by and it's freaking crickets and it's like prime time. Do you want to eat there?
Yep. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the law. Do not eat at an empty restaurant. There is a reason it's empty.
That's right.
Yep.
So if you have control over the amount of people in your office at any time, you want to use
Mhm.
that to your advantage. So
Yep.
when we schedule, I always schedule my new patients during prime time. I know it's illogical. You think, oh my God, I'm so stressed. Then move your ass, okay? You're already spending too much time with your patients
Yep.
anyway. You're already doing 2-hour report of findings and stuff. Move your ass.
Oh my God.
Stress yourself out.
2 hour
When
report
are
of
your
finding.
prime times, Jen?
So we have adjusting shifts 8 to 11 and 3 to 6, and I do the same thing. I put new people right in the middle of it. I actually prefer my new people to see a bunch of people. That
Yes.
works really well for us. So my console or my day one is anywhere from 8 to 12 to 15 minutes if they're talking a lot.
Mm.
I'm not talking a lot, but if they are, and I'm good with that. We have active therapies going on. We have people wobbling, people doing traction. Our regular peeps don't mind. They know we're seeing a new one. That's great. But it's especially good for our new people. Can you imagine walking in somewhere, maybe you've never been to chiropractic before, there's nobody there?
Yeah.
It's like, does this guy know what the heck he's
Right.
doing?
Not only is no one
I
there,
mean,
but it's cluttered. It smells bad. It has shag carpet from the 70s. And you got like
like,
White
I'm
Snake
out.
playing,
I'm
It's
out.
like, yeah, it's
I'm
just
out.
not good. I mean,
No.
that's stuff you want to avoid. But again,
Yep.
things you have control over, like when a new patient comes in. And by the way, you don't offer them the world when you schedule. So let me role play with you how we schedule a new
Oh,
one over the
yeah.
phone. So let's say
Hmm.
I'm the CA and Jen's the patient, and she calls in and she wants to make an appointment. Then I ask her, which times work best for you, mornings or afternoons, Jen?
I like mornings.
Got it. Monday or Tuesday?
I prefer Tuesday.
Got it. I have a 10 o'clock or a 10:30. Which one works best?
10 o'clock is
Got
better.
it. We'll see you at 10 o'clock on Tuesday, September X, blah, 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 blah. So remember, so see, I led her to
Yeah.
the appointment date. I didn't say, so when can you come in? By the way, you'll be there forever.
Yeah.
But number two, you're not establishing control. And number three, you have no control over when you want them to be in case you want to coordinate that with the time in your practice that you're busier. Now, I'm really speaking to the people who are either just starting up or who have lower volume right now. And these are the things that you want to do. As you get busier, it's busy all the time, so you don't have to worry about that stuff. But still, very, very important that you schedule people when people are there, because people attract people, according to the owner at the El Conquistador Hotel and Casino in
El
Puerto Rico.
Conquistador. Okay.
Good. All right.
Good.
Let's talk about call to confirm procedures.
Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this because we have got to modernize. We've got to get with the times. We've got to do things that our patients are used to in other fields, but maybe not used to in our office, because that gives them a very good impression. Again, they know what they're doing. Before you've even met them, before you've done a thing, they have this impression of your office like they got it together. So maybe you send them the link via text or via email to fill out intake forms before they get there. Easy. They're like, oh, great, make my life easy, right? Before, we're not calling to confirm. Like, to me, when I get a call to confirm about an appointment, I'm like, bitch, I already had it in my calendar. Oh, sorry, did I say that? Yeah, I did, because I handle my business. You don't need to confirm it with me. I put it in my calendar when I made it. And that's how it makes me feel. And so I know I am not calling our patients to babysit them. I'm not going to do that. So what I say is, or what Kevin says is, he's calling to make sure that they know exactly where we're located, that if they haven't had the chance to fill out the online forms yet, I'll resend the link. He's calling to, yes, it's to confirm, but it is to make their visit as easy as possible, make sure they can find us okay, make sure that things are done, the paperwork's done, whatever. So not to confirm, but I really love the technology that's available now. There's texting platforms that are super easy, and I don't know about most other people, but for me, that's the best way to get in touch, and that's the best, great, yep, confirmed, done, or it's great. So get with the times. Call people, make sure they know where you are, make sure that you have forms that they can access easily. The whole point is to make it as easy and seamless for them as possible. There are no obstacles to them getting in.
Absolutely. So key is to keep it simple. So in my office, I'm in a professional building that's off of the main road. And you've been to my office, Jen, so it's not off the main road. You got to come in a little bit. So there's confusion because people don't really see the building, right? I don't need foot traffic, so I have a place that's just kind of there. So some people have some trouble finding it. So what I've done is I took my iPhone, put it on my dash as a dash cam, and while I was driving to work, I recorded a time-lapse video, sped up time-lapse video of me driving to my office. Okay, I did it from you can only come north and south to do that.
Brilliant.
We send that as one of their emails. Say, just in case you want to know, here's a video of how to find our office, all the way up to the front office where I open the door and then there's Kaylee go, hi. And at the end, it goes to real time and he goes, hi, So it's kind of comical and funny, but people that's that's
awesome.
So awesome because now they're not going to, ever, they're going to say, hey, I couldn't find you. Okay. Email, text. So have a system. So what we do is, once they schedule, they essentially fires off a campaign to email them X, Y, and Z, all the logistics. But also, this is your time, and in email marketing, it's called indoctrination campaigns, where you can shoot a video with an iPhone. You don't have to be crazy production value, okay? On these, I really believe being organic is more important than being production, okay? So like in our thing here, we have a lot of production stuff like lighting and cameras and stuff, but I don't think, meeting a doctor for the first time it just shouldn't look like your Blair Witch Project type of video, but just put it up there. Hey, this is Dr. Dan. I want to thank you for trusting us enough to be worth your time for coming in. I promise. And you just whatever you want to say, or use that, or introduce your front desk, and you have your front desk say hi. This is Kevin. I'll be the one that you're seeing when you come in. Please make sure you come in a little bit early so you don't have to rush through the forms. But I will walk you through the process so you know exactly what you got to do. We look forward to meeting you on behalf of myself, Dr. Jen, Dr. Steph, whatever. And you send them a series of those things. And it's still a call to confirm, understand. Okay?
Yeah.
But it's a way to indoctrinate them into the culture of your office. Understand a close. Now, is this going to really make a huge difference between someone who, if you totally screw up the day one, day two? No, you're still going to screw it up. But anything that you can do to increase the odds of a close is what we're talking about. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So that was number 2 for the part 2. And then one of my favorites is, and we say this last because it's kind of funny, is smells. People are very conscious of smell more than you think.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about this in part 1. You get used to your smells very, very, you get used to your own smell. And when you smell new things, it's new. Like, you ever go into someone's home for the first time? The first thing you take in is the smell. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember my friend Vinny Patel when I went to his house. It was a really, really interesting smell that came from his home. And I smelled his home from 4 blocks away. That's how interesting it was. Yeah. So, and actually not Vinny Patel. I forget his name. Vinny Patel was the guy that kicked my ass in 6th grade.
You remember his name, though. You're like, oh, Vinny Patel.
He kicked my ass, man.
I remember his name.
And he used Taekwondo on me. I mean, he's Indian. I thought he was doing some levitation move or something. But he was like doing front side kicks and snap kicks. I got so distracted, not because of... I got distracted because I was so in awe of his Taekwondo skills. Like, mofo, that's my martial art. What are you doing? It's in my blood.
Stealing my shit.
So
anyway, my God.
I digress.
You did.
So find the source of your stink. Where do you think stink mostly comes from a physical space, Jen?
The carpet.
Yes. Walls.
It's carpet.
You know, stationary things have been there forever.
Ugh.
Yeah. How do you clean your carpets?
We don't have...
If you did.
Well...
Or how about rugs? How do you clean your rugs?
I send them out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You roll that shit up.
I roll them up and I send them to somebody who knows what the hell they're doing to get them clean. I'm not in the office with the
rug doctor.
I don't even know the name of it. The rug doctor.
I did that in college.
I thought I'd give you our movements. Yeah. No, sign language.
In college, we rented some rug doctors from some dorm parties that we threw.
Right.
Never
That's
really
when you use it. In college, professionals, no. Roll your shit up.
Send it out.
Get it out.
Exactly.
Yes.
And they have us. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but my parents were in the dry cleaning business. I'm not joking. They really were. And when we get rugs, it's okay, Jen, laugh. I know you want to No, they really were for many, many years. It put me through college, man. I'll be forever grateful, Mom and Dad, for dry cleaning everyone's pants. But when we used to get rugs, my parents didn't even do it. They sent they third party out to a rug company. It's a special cleaning system, okay? But I'm telling you, that shit traps odor like you would not believe. Walls keep odor. That's why a fresh coat of paint is
really
walls.
Did not know that.
Go sniff your wall behind you. Totally. Do one of these things to one of your walls. Seriously. Walls do that.
Okay.
Ceilings. Seriously.
Okay. I'm buying it. You're selling it. I'm buying it.
Especially if it's been there for a long time. If it's an old place. Okay. But I'd say how much better does a place smell after it's been repainted? Not because it's the toxic chemicals of the paint, but even after that subsides, everything looks and it smells great.
I like it.
But it can also be you. So I hate to have a conversation about personal hygiene, but we do get pretty close quarters with our patients, don't we, Jen?
Yeah. Yes, we do.
So what would you recommend to someone who is either not aware of their personal hygiene, or there are times where I'm busting my moves so fast that I get a little sweaty? You know what I'm saying? It just happens. So what should you do?
I mean, are we really asking my personal hygiene questions here? Take a shower every day. Use deodorant. I mean, if you get really sweaty and really bad, you know what you should do? You should get those baby wipes, like the all-natural baby wipes. You keep them in your office. If it gets really bad, you just give yourself a good old Puerto Rican shower. Is that what you guys call it? Yeah. Yeah. I have another word for it. I'm not going to share it. Maybe another time.
Or a
But
makeshift
yeah,
shower. A makeshift shower. But actually, a Puerto Rican
makes
shower is if when you do cologne. Yeah,
cologne. Yeah,
cologne.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But by the way, I know a
It's
lot of
baby
Puerto Ricans. I
wipes.
grew up Puerto Rican, so I kind of earned the right to make fun of them too.
Oh, we
Uh,
love all people. We're
yes.
not saying that. We
So,
love everybody.
so, uh, so yeah, baby wipes. It's a great idea. But
What?
men, you guys gotta fucking scrub. Seriously, you gotta like. I know, Jen, look at Jen's face. You gotta scrub yourself, like loofah the shit out of your armpits, because that's where that shit lives. And you don't smell it, but I'm telling you, and no one is gonna tell you you smell because they're too
That is the
nice.
problem. Yeah, no one tells
No one
you.
tells
You
you.
have no one tells
You
you.
gotta.
Change your shirts, wear undershirts, really sweaty. Yeah, guys.
You know,
Mm.
we had a pediatrician, a really good pediatrician, Ben Kliegler. I'll never forget him. Great pediatrician, and he was like, not anti-vax and or just really open-minded about stuff in New York City. But the poor man stank so bad, like I couldn't deal with it. Yeah, it was really bad. And then,
Oh,
yeah, and I tell him, Doc, you really smell. You should like scrub.
you did
I
not.
had to. I had to. It was,
Did you really?
yeah,
You
I
told him?
did. I did. It was a professional
Good for
courtesy.
you.
And
Good
he's
for
like, and goes, and he was kind of embarrassed. And he's like, yeah, I know. I know I see you late in the day, things, but it's just, I see, Doc. I would want my patients to tell me if I did. That's all I'm saying. He's like, appreciate it. Totally took it like a champ. Never saw him again after that because I timed it so that I would say that and never go back because we moved to Chicago then.
Like I was way too
But I was
embarrassed.
way too embarrassed. But I did because people.
Good for you.
But
Good for
but
you.
most people will not tell you if you smell.
No.
So you have to take it upon yourself to not smell. Okay. All right.
You're
So that rounds out the part two of the
having this
unspoken.
conversation.
But Jen, we can go on online about all the little unspoken things in our practices that blow the close, or at least chips away at the odds of them closing. And the list is really long. All you can do is take control of what you have control over, right? And everything else is pretty much let the chips fall as they may.
Yep.
All right. So those are our close killers without ever saying a word. The unspoken. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. This was part 2 of the unspoken. If you guys dig what we're doing, follow us on Facebook. Hit us on our email list. We send a lot of great content that way. Or join us on our messenger list as well. We'll keep you guys posted on all the cool stuff we're doing. And if anyone here that's listening is interested in a masterclass, which will be your next step with us when you hang out with us long enough. So why don't we just shit or get off the pot here and get your butt to a masterclass? Just period. Okay? We'll put all this stuff in a sequential manner that's digestible that you can put into practice on Monday and start actually closing the people that you had no chance of closing before, because now you know what you're doing. All right? So that's all I got. Jen, you got anything?
Yeah, no, that's it. That's great. I'm glad we are tightening up some details because we're really, really good at the words, but it's the experience that can sometimes make or break. So
That's right.
get all that dialed in. See you guys soon at a masterclass.
Awesome. Thanks, Jen.